Georgia and I'm one of the recruitment consultants on the emergency medicine team here at BDI Resourcing, and I'm going to tell you about how to get your GMC registration. In order to legally practice in the UK, all doctors must hold a medical licence issued by the General Medical Council, or the GMC. The initial registration cost currently is £425, although that does tend to fluctuate. And there's also an annual retention fee of the same price, and that can be paid as a one-off payment or quarterly or monthly as well. Step 1, your recognised primary medical qualification. In order to be eligible for GMC registration, you need to have obtained an acceptable overseas qualification. We'll provide a link of those qualifications below so you can have a look at the list and see if your qualifications match up. The GMC also requires you to have all of your documents verified by the Ethics Service. Now this can cost somewhere between £160 and £260 depending on how many qualifications you have and exchange rates and things like that. One tip is to get this done as quickly as possible because the process can take around 3 months. Step 2, English language capability. If you're relocating from a country where English is not the native language, you'll be required to sit an English language test. You have 2 options, either IELTS or OET. Both of these exams have 4 individual categories, so there's reading, writing, speaking and listening. The required score for IELTS is a minimum of 7 in each category with an overall average score of 7.5, and the required score for OET is a minimum of a B grade in each category. Please note that the GMC will only accept these qualifications if you sat them in the last 2 years. After this, they will expire. Now, when it comes to OET, a lot of the doctors do find this one maybe a bit more well suited to them because the questions are of a clinical context. However, the price is a little bit more expensive. So IELTS costs £200 and OET costs £349. So although it is a little bit more expensive, it might be more well suited to you. Step 3, registration and licensing. The GMC will require you to provide details of your registration and licensing for all the medical authorities in which you have practiced within the last 5 years. Step 4, certificate of good standing. You will also need to provide a certificate of good standing from each individual medical establishment that you've listed on your application. Step 5, knowledge and skills. The GMC expects all doctors who practice in the UK to possess the relevant knowledge and skills in order to practice safely. All European qualifications are recognised by the GMC, so you won't need to obtain any further qualifications to get GMC registered. However, if your qualifications were not taken in a European institution, you have 2 pathways to GMC registration. You can either take PLAB or you can obtain a GMC approved postgraduate qualification. PLAB is a GMC qualification. There are 2 parts to the exam. The first part is a 3-hour written exam with 200 single best answer questions, which you can sit internationally. The second part is a 14-station practical exam, which you need to sit in Manchester in the UK. The total cost of the qualification is £1,070. Please note, if you do take the PLAB route, you'll be limited to applying for ST1, ST2 and SHO posts. Your second option is to obtain a GMC-approved postgraduate qualification. All of the Royal College qualifications are approved by the GMC. For example, MRChem for emergency medicine, MRCS for surgery and MRCPCH for paediatrics. The GMC also has a list of international postgraduate qualifications that are recognised by the GMC. Please follow the link below and see if your qualification is approved. Unlike PLAB, this option will allow you to apply for posts that are at ST3 level and higher. One common misconception among doctors is that you must complete your ID check before you can start your search for a job in the NHS. However, if you have completed PLAB or a postgraduate qualification and you've evidenced your English language skills with IELTS or OET, you can begin your job search in the UK. Step 6, ID check. Once the GMC is satisfied with all of your relevant documents, you'll be invited for an ID check in either London or Manchester. Please note that you will need to attend this in order to complete your GMC registration and thus begin your NHS post. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them below or send us an email at apply@bdiresourcing.com and we'd be more than happy to help.